Hi guys, what is up? It is Lavender and welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be a way for you guys to kind of get to know me a little bit more, kind of who I am. I figured while I do that, I might as well kill two birds with one stone and do a get ready with me everyday glam makeup. I just figured I would throw in a little bit of makeup in there just to keep it interesting so you're not staring at my face and hear me talk for however long this video is. So I have a bunch of questions up front on my iPad here. So I tried to pick a few questions that were like basic and generic, and then a few questions that kind of were more geared towards YouTube and like my channel, and then other questions that were kind of like more geared to what I do on my channel and like what I want my channel to be about. Without further ado, let's just get on into this little makeup video. This is not going to be a tutorial, by the way. This is not going to be a tutorial. I'm just going to be showing you guys how I do my makeup every day, plus a little bit of extra glam, because if I show you how to do my makeup every day, this video would literally be 5 minutes long, and that's it. So anyways, but I will put down the products that I use, or like on the screen what products I'm using. I'm gonna shut up. I'm gonna stop rambling. Sorry for the lighting changes. My cat decided that they wanted to use the windowsill, which I am using for lighting, to sit down. So if the lighting changes, my bad. Anyways, so what I'm gonna use is this e.l.f. Power Grip Primer. I am obsessed with e.l.f. products. If I can help it, I literally only will use e.l.f. products like on my face or whatnot, because love them. They're somewhat affordable for me, and they're just an amazing product to begin with, and I need to get some more. The first question is that I picked a favorite book. So I have a couple favorite books right now, just depending on obviously like what I'm reading and whatnot, but I would say for right now, so I would say my favorite book currently right now, I'm looking at my bookshelf, is probably, honestly, it's gotta be Fourth Wing. I read Fourth Wing literally, I think it was like this year. Did I read Fourth Wing this year? I'm not even sure, honestly, I've forgotten. So currently, right now, that's my favorite book. It is in a series, but I can't really, there's not really many books that I like that aren't in a series. Oh yeah, by the way, I'm using the Milani foundation, the Conceal and Perfect 2-in-1 foundation. The second one is Dream Job. Now, I will say this, I kind of, over the past couple months, I don't know if it's because I am just like not geared towards like going to like a, like I'm not in the mindset of like going into a career or whatever, I haven't really thought of this that much, but I would say my dream job would definitely probably be like some form of content creating, like some form of marketing or editing. I don't know which one, but some form of that, whether it's in an actual like office or whether it's just like for me and myself and like this thing grows or whatever. But I would say, yeah, it would definitely be either some sort of like marketing or like when I say marketing, I really just mean like social media. That's really what I mean. Like I love social media and content creation, even though a lot of it pisses me off. Like a lot of the people that do make videos about like that kind of piss me off, but whatever. Or like some sort of like book writer, I'm not sure. Like I have a lot of things that I like, and I can't, this is why I decided to not do college, is because I have a lot of interests and hobbies, and I just could not for the life of me pinpoint which one I wanted to go into without feeling like I was losing a part of myself, you know what I mean? Anyways, so that would probably be it. I don't know, I have a lot of dream jobs if I'm being honest, but I would say one of them, for this one specifically, would be to eventually be like, have this running as like a business, like a social media business kind of, I don't know. Anyways, next one is animation or live action. Now, we're gonna pause this face, and we're gonna do eyeshadow. We're gonna do brows. So like I said, I use a lot of e.l.f. products, so e.l.f. brow pomade, because I decided back when I was in high school that I was going to shave off half my eyebrows, and then I just kept on like this, and now they're barely there. So we're just gonna quickly fill them in. I talk about the third question. I am a animation girly. I love animation. Now that just might be the artistic, like, artist inside of me, but I honestly don't like live action, if I'm gonna be honest. Like, I don't. Like, sometimes they do it well, but most of the time when, like, something comes to live action, it's really just, like, weird. Like, they're obviously trying to live up to the standard, or live up to the hype or whatever of the animation, but it's also like they kind of just like go and like do their own thing, and it's really just like not it. Like, it's not it. So I would say, honestly, it has to be animation, because it's like there's so many things that, like, I don't know, I'm a very behind the scenes person. Like, love seeing the behind the scenes of things, and so seeing like how an animation is made is way more like fulfilling than seeing how live action is made, you know what I mean? I want to know the technicalities to things. I want to know, like, how this became this and how that became that, and how did you go from this to that, or whatever. Which, honestly, going back to the second one, I would probably say, like, film. Like, honestly, film. If filmmaking wasn't such a big that you had to put your all into, and you had to know this is what you want to do, because it takes, like, it's a little bit more of a, it's like a whole new world, and it's not one that I've really ventured to most of the time. But anyways, so when it comes to doing my eyes, I always use tape. I always use this tape method because I cannot stand, like, I don't know, it just, like, makes my eyes look so much better than they actually are, if I'm being to be honest. So I just basically do it like a wing. You look stupid for, like, about approximately, like, a couple minutes, but the end product is well worth it, I feel like. Fourth question is morning or night. I am a night person through and through. I was a morning person when I was little. Like, I was the first person up and the first person awake on any sort of day. But now I am much more of a night person. Now, that definitely could be because everyone is asleep at night. I'm just able to be, by myself or whatever. But I'm now a night person. Like, it's actually, I don't go to sleep until, like, maybe midnight, which, considering I have to get up early in the morning the next day sometimes for work. Now, the next one is favorite pic of yourself. I have a bunch of favorites, I'm not gonna lie. And yes, half of them are on Snapchat, okay? Don't come for me. And the sixth one is favorite Netflix series. So right now, I would honestly say that either My Life with the Baltimore Boys or XO Kitty is my favorite. I can't decide which one it is, but it would be between those two are, like, my favorite. Okay, so I'm going to, because I'm really running through these questions now, I'm going to speed this process up a little bit because I don't really know how to talk about this part of my makeup. But I'm going to speed this little process up where I do my eyes, and then I will get back to you and do the rest of my face and answer the rest of the questions. to reveal the little wings. This is what it looks like now. Now we're gonna go and do the rest of my face and answer the rest of the questions. Favorite movie or TV show? Currently right now, I think I can speak for literally every girl that's living in the United States and beyond. My current favorite movie is My Fault London. Literally, when I tell you, I cannot stop raving about that to my best friends. I'm not joking. Like, I'm not joking at all. So next, I've started doing like liquid blush and then powder on top of the blush when I'm done with my makeup or when I'm done with like the full thing. So right now I'm currently obsessed with the e.l.f. Cameo liquid blush. I don't remember what shade this is in. Oh, very well. So yeah, it's like it's one of those liquid blushes that a little goes a long way. And I really realized that after my second time trying this. Oh, it's like a little heart. I literally just put, and then I am the person who puts a little bit on my nose because I can't help it. After 2020, I started doing that and I can't stop. My current favorite movie is definitely My Fault London. I've watched it like a bazillion times, but like when I'm watching certain parts of the movie, which are very specific certain parts of the movie, I can't help but like say the line as well. So next one is current hyperfixation, and I put this in here because I have a little bit of ADHD in me. It's probably either between motorcycles and cars because of watching My Fault London. It's also because I just finished Collided, which is part of Lauren Asher's Dirty Air series, and it's about F1, and I just finished the second book and like obsessing over F1 character or F1 or whatever, or like starting to get into it. Do I think that's gonna last? No. I look absolutely crazy. Okay. So next I go in with the Maybelline Fit Me setting powder or loose finishing powder. I swear by this product so much. Again, affordable setting powder. Anyways, so I just put a little bit in the cup and then take one of the little triangled guys that I started using because of TikTok and just put that on, and then I make sure to dab off like excess onto my hand or whatever, and then put it in like this. I put it in these zones, and then this, and then F1 and cars and motorcycles, because the boys have been coming out and I am so excited. The only two constants that really are constant hyperfixations for me is obviously like filmmaking. That is the constant hyperfixation of like anything. Number 9, zodiac sign. I am a Libra. The most Libra of the Libras, I feel like. I'm not really someone who at first is like all, oh, you definitely act like your sign or whatever, because I don't even know half the signs and how they act. I just know that I, myself, being a Libra, I am super duper, like, which is the only ironic thing, the only thing that's weird to me is the fact that we're someone who likes justice, likes to seek out justice, seeing as how our tarot card, I think, is justice. But we like to seek that out. Like, we want to have justice. However, that comes with confrontation. And I do not do confrontation at all. Unless I know I am right, and unless you are, like, absolutely being a total jerk and need to be called out, then I will. Most of the time, at least 8% of the time, I am someone who is just like, they'll figure it out, I guess. I don't know. That's the only thing that I think is funny about me and funny about like my sign. So yeah, but no, I am the most indecisive of the indecisive Libras. Do I have any pets? Yes, so let me give you a little rundown of the pets I've had, because I've had quite a few. When I was little, I had a big gigantic dog. Don't know where she is anymore. Had a big white dog, and then I had 2 cats. My dad had a orange cat. And then between her and my 9 cats now, I had 2 bunnies. And then I now have 3 cats. It used to be 2, but we have 3 now. So I'm going to go in with my blush, which is another e.l.f. product. And this one is blush, or Always Rosy. So I don't use this all the time, but when I'm doing like this amount of makeup, I do. I've done every pet that I've ever had in my life. I've probably seen my other cats in like my videos or whatever, because they do like to hang around my room, and I think they're too cute not to. Favorite artist. Now I meant this as song artist, and I don't know if you can tell by my huge poster in the background that I don't even know if you can see. But my favorite artist as of right now is obviously Taylor Swift. Anyways, yeah, it would be Taylor Swift and Tate McRae. I'm starting to get into Tate McRae. Those are two of my current favorite artists, and I will say favorite artists are Taylor Swift, I think either Let Down or Coldplay, and then Sleep Token. Two very drastic different people, but and groups, but those are like my like main, love them to death. And then obviously like Tate McRae. I just did my under eyes and whatnot. So basically the eyeballs done. So the next few questions are kind of like channel based, so now are like mostly about my channel. So I'm gonna go ahead and finish up all of this, which is basically a mascara, inner corner highlight, and then lipstick, and I will come back and continue the questions. So this is the finished product of the makeup. This is my everyday, like not everyday, but like every day with a little bit of spice into it. I am someone who does wear full face makeup. I don't care. It's been who I am for as long as I can remember being able to put on makeup. So yeah, anyways, the next question is, why did you start this channel? So I originally started this channel as a way to kind of talk more about books. I talk a lot, and TikTok really wasn't cutting it for me. I was hesitant on starting a YouTube channel because I knew I had to talk a lot. I knew how to talk, I knew how to show my face, I knew I had to do all this, and I just I didn't know if I wanted to do it or not. But I kind of was like, you know what, whatever, let's do it. So I did it. And at first it was solely about book content, because that's like a big part of me. But then I kind of grew to realize that like maybe I don't want to make it all about book content. So then I kind of changed it into a let's just yap about my favorite things and make it as a little hobby. See, I mainly just started this channel as a way to talk about Taylor Swift, hobbies, and books, and me. And just like my hyperfixations at the time. So yeah, what are you excited about for this channel? Honestly, I'm just excited to be able to create content, because like I said in the beginning, I wouldn't say I love it, but I have an interest in filmmaking and just like production and designing and all kind of stuff. So I feel like this is a little way for me to be able to experience that in a much more low-key environment. Because I'm actually a huge fan of editing, not the rough cut editing, but like the adding in your own little things editing, because I just feel like it makes that's where my creativity thrives, and how I can create, this video to be more than just, me sitting and talking to you guys. I'm excited to figure out where this goes and to kind of do more things with it. Like I said, now that I have this new mic, I am trying to look at creating, like, not podcasts, but, like, mini little podcasts, where, like, I just, like, talk about some, just topics or whatever, and so I'm really looking forward to just expanding my content, but also kind of, like, seeing where this goes, because I would like it to be a job at some point, but that is also something that I need to put in work to do. What got you into reading? So I was one of those kids that started, honestly, saying the word kid is literally like, oh, because I'm realizing that I am now an adult. Oh my god. but I started reading back when the pandemic happened. So I didn't start reading then, but I started growing gradually into reading again. I always had a book, in hand when I was a kid, but school really changed my perspective on it in the worst way, because we started having to read class books or things that we had to read. And I'm someone who loved English class to death, but some of the things that they had us do and had us read were pointless as fuck. They were pointless. Like, I don't care. And I feel like that's why I fell out of love for reading, because some of the things that they had us do and had us read, especially in middle school, were pointless. Like, we did not need to be reading that at all. I started getting back into it after I think I was that kid who picked up Harry Potter and absolutely was a fanatic over it. Like, I have at least 4 t-shirts in my closet that have Hogwarts or whatever on it. And that was my hyperfixation at the time, like Harry Potter. But I think it really hit in like 2021, and I just started reading, and I've been reading ever since then. Off and on, but reading nonetheless. And what is your favorite genre? Fantasy. Romantasy to be specific. But I'm a big fantasy girly. Big fantasy. I do love like a horror. I do love a mystery every now and then. And I do love a romance every now and then, a little sprinkle of romance. But fantasy's where it's at, because I started reading as a way to escape reality, because things got crappy, to say the least. And I also was finding out a bunch of things about my personal life that I didn't really know, and was very just like overwhelming. And so reading fantasy was a way to escape the real world. I would say fantasy is like my main genre. I do, like I said, love good romantasy. I also do love a good mystery. I have a whole shelf now dedicated to mystery, which is surprising, because you would think someone who is trying to read to escape the real world, I would not read mystery. But every now and then, I do like it. Mostly in the fall, but every now and then. And then, how would you describe your personality? I added this in because I thought it would be cool. But I am someone who, I would describe my personality, to sum it all up, a Disney movie. Which seems really weird at first, but let me break it down for you. I have the personality like a Disney movie, because one half of my personality is a princessy personality. It's the super whimsical, fun, just fairy taleistic kind of princessy vibes. And then the second half of my personality is, the villain personality, the villain archetype. The dark, gothic, vampire-y, but yeah, my personality is like a Disney movie, where one half of it is the villain, and one half of it is the princess. Anyways, that is all the questions that I, thought of to answer as a little get to know me, little Q&A intro. It might as well be time to just sit down, have a little chit chat moment, but also do my makeup, and then just tell you guys about me, because I don't know, it just seems like a good way to get to know me. Duh. Oh my gosh, I'm so smart. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure to like and subscribe and do all those fun things. I hope you have a great morning, afternoon, evening, or night, wherever you are in the world, and I will see you guys in my next video, which should be soon, because I'm trying to get back on track after whatever happened in the first 2 months of the year. But yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.